Hey Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot. So this is going to be your weekly read from January 19th through the 25th. And let me tell you, this is a week of inspiration with a few exciting events here. Before we get started though, I just wanted to say thank you guys for all your love and support and all the ways that you lift this channel up. Truly, you lift me up too. And I love you back. So let's get started. So walking into this week here on the 19th, the sun is going to be moving into Aquarius. And for Virgos, truly it's a time where it teaches us that we can't help the world until we've helped ourselves. And so this is kind of like taking on my comedic wicked humor, but this is kind of like activate hermit mode, but particularly in the way of self-care, making sure that we're getting enough rest, being practical with our physical and our mental health, as well as what we sign up for, and more importantly, being true to ourselves and how we take care of ourselves, how we talk to ourselves, how we truly find a balance within so that we can give without, as above, so below, right? And with the Page of Swords coming into this week, this is where truly you are standing, really embracing the opposite sign of us, the Pisces sign. And so where swords typically represent conflict or issues, they also represent ideas, intellect, thoughts, as well as action. And so this is a time where you're really coming to the table with curiosity, with ambition, but also potentially here as well, you're very talkative, you're outgoing with your assertiveness at this time. But really it's all about the mind. And so it's truly where you're finding a balance with this Aquarian sun, where you're basically reconnecting with the world. Don't be surprised if some social events call your name, but also to balancing how you fill your bucket up too. That way it's a reciprocity in how you're truly caring for yourself. And again, it's where really the Aquarius moon, don't ask. The Aquarius sun is really, it's meant to teach us that we can't change the world, we can't help the world until we've helped ourselves. So it's the same concept as like when the plane is going down, God forbid, I'm not trying to jinx it, but that's where you grab your oxygen mask first so that you can help others. And if that resonates, by all means, share your story, your thoughts on the Aquarian sun here as we walk into it, because truly at this time we are pulling the 10 of Cups this week, which is absolutely amazing. And again, we've got the double Pisces here, so you could be dealing with a Pisces, no pressure. But either way, this is about coming into this light of genuine joy, of genuine love, but it's also a feeling of belonging. This is where truly you're looking ahead to the bright future, and you've dropped that baggage that's held you back in the past, way far behind you at this point. Now, I do want to prepare you as well, because the Aquarian sun, it really signifies for us Virgos a time to embrace, thank you, that just popped out, embrace the innovative perfectionist within us. It balances our practicality, our practical, analytical Virgo side with that reach of the Aquarian vision. Basically, the Aquarian ability to innovate, to use your resources. And so it's a balance of that innovative perfectionist within each of us that it'll call to at this time. Also, too, don't be surprised during the Aquarian sun here this month that you find ways to work smarter, to embrace challenges that lead towards mastery. And truly, it's a balance of the head and the heart, the mind and the heart, especially with that Cancerian energy coming out here as well. Now that also not only as above, so below, right? And so it also plays into your relationships. This is a time where you're finding a balance in your cooperation, a harmony in who you're working with, and a compatibility in who you're working with. Not only within your friendships, in your business networking aspects, but also in romance as well. You guys are really coming to the table together and supporting each other in the ways that you truly need. Now, I do want to caution you here, because on the 20th, this may be a challenging day this week. No pressure. But just be gentle with yourself. Give it a little bit of time. Give a little bit of patience to the day. Because during this time, the moon is going to be square with Mercury and Mars. So, with us being led by Mercury or ruled by Mercury, this could lead us to a focus of really, or a loss of focus rather, where you're really feeling outside of the body. You may be really challenged to stay present during this time. As a side tangent to it, that travel is not necessarily the best of choices during this time. So if you are traveling on the 20th, make sure to take care while driving. Also make sure to take care with directions. You could find yourself a little bit not paying attention and you miss your turn, etc. That kind of aspect. So just be careful. This is also a time too where you may also feel hasty with making your decisions. You may find, especially with financial decisions, that you're basically making, forgive the word, but callous choices. And so it could lead to waste of money or a loss of money. Also, too, this is an opportunity where you're on the 20th with these square pieces or square placements that you could feel a repression of your emotions. You could feel, like I say, just outside the body, disconnected, and in a more lofty aspect, I guess. And so this is where it could really be brought on in a lot of ways towards a lack of confidence. This also could lead towards a feeling of insecurity during this time. But really what Spirit is cautioning you on with the 20th most is thoughtless action. That's where, again, it's where you might feel that you're walking around, you're present, your body's there, but you're just kind of checked out. Now, good news is it'll pass very quickly, because on the 21st, we are going to be entering and really graced with a half moon in Scorpio. This is the time where the secrets of the heart are heightened. It's a time of emotional sensitivity, and it encourages us to confront underlying issues and vulnerabilities with a greater honesty, as well as a focus of introspection. So it's kind of seeing those vulnerabilities and embracing yourself anyway. And this, and this is really about the importance of loving yourself, how you talk to yourself, how you come to the table for yourself. And really that's where those repressed emotions come in. And so if there is anything that was a little too strong for you to face on the 20th, where you're just checked out, on the 21st, you'll be able to come back to the table and really address aspects. You'll be able to address the 3 cups here that you're focused on, that you've maybe repressed, that disappointment, the fear of rejection, maybe even the seclusion or the reevaluation of your introspection. Like I say, you're really looking at these cups, you're focusing on the moon, the shadow of them. But really, truly, what you're missing is the stability that's being handed to you with being in the present. And really what Spirit is bringing in here this week is really linked and labeled on your foundations. This is the start of stability, but it's through your discipline, and it's also through your self-order, your self-achievement, your self-discipline, but also too your diligence in what you're working on. And so this is really about facing the realities that you are currently encountering, no longer suppressing, but more importantly, embracing those vulnerabilities through that introspection, through that self-reflection. Now, on the side of relationships, the good part about this half moon as well is that it allows us an opportunity for really no longer silencing ourselves for the benefit of others due to people pleasing or not wanting to hurt somebody else's feelings, etc. But this is really where you'll have an opportunity to find a strength for open communication, setting clear boundaries, establishing those by embracing those vulnerabilities. And during this time as well, the Sun is also going to be conjunct with Pluto. Both are actually in Aquarius at this time. They give us confidence in our abilities with this conjunction. And this is where you're able to set clear boundaries at this time to cut off toxic energies that are around you. Also, this is an opportunity where you may also be finding a need or an urge or a calling to transform. And that means in your home, whether it be spring cleaning, reorganizing, and also, too, maybe a calling and an urge for a makeover, the way that you look. Some of you may be cutting your hair during this time, or just saying, being gentle with myself. I'm just seed planting for me. But spa day, just saying. And so it's a wonderful opportunity, really, to embrace that time to really be gentle with ourselves, especially because this is the time where the secrets of the heart are heightened. Now, on the 22nd, the moon is going to be in Scorpio, and it's going to be trine with Saturn, which is currently in Pisces during this time. if you were feeling off your game, if you were feeling a point of introspection here during this week, this is where that changes. And as you can see with the Tower, that does not surprise me. If you were finding that basically you were feeling insecure, you were feeling a lack of confidence, this is where the week kind of changes to your favor. It's an excellent time for business meetings, networking, marketing, financial plans as well, and also making financial decisions. But this is where really truly you are in balance with emotional control and emotional intelligence. And this is a welcome change for you. If you had been feeling disconnected, this is a time where you'll really be back in your body, being back in the flow, being back in your moxie and your mojo, and really truly going after what you're wanting. Now, as I was saying here too, this is a week of inspiration. So don't be surprised on the 23rd if this ignites a creative spark within you. And I'll do a separate reading on the 23rd because I'm really excited about it. But this is really for Virgos, where we are laser focused, not only on our daily work, on our fitness routines, on our health, but 1, 2, 3 numerologically is an extremely high energy day, as well as astrologically. So numerologically, 1, 2, 3 represents growth and progress, as well as alignment. It's a sign of personal harmony, spiritual growth, and manifestation. And at this time, this is where good fortune and change, luck is on your side. Luck moves into your favor. Good karma is in your favor. And more importantly, like I say, whatever negativity you felt outside you, or whatever disconnection you felt from your body, this is that calming change that ushers in for you. So to break it down, ones are all about new beginnings. This is about taking initiative, being the first. And so some of you guys, especially with business, when numerologically we're looking at 1, 2, 3, some of you could be venturing down a road that hasn't been traveled before. What you're doing is something that never is, hasn't been thought of before, hasn't been accomplished yet. You're basically the first to encounter and embark on this adventure. And the 2 is really about finding that balance, achieving that balance through harmony and cooperation. And then 3 is all about the harmony of creativity and self-expression, as well as joy. And so this is kind of like coming back into peace, coming back into what's meant for you, where luck changes in your favor, because what you're building, you are the first that has tried to do this. And it will bring a lot of joy to you. But this is a new beginning. It also offers financial gain. It also offers a change in money, career opportunities possibly as well. But more importantly, it leads to prosperity. Now, when you combine 1, 2, 3, it also boils down to a 6, which is known as the mother of all numbers. And I know it just feels like I'm swearing. I don't know why. But either way, this is about, 6 is about love, about caring, about nurturing what you're birthing. But it's also about coming through with a gentleness, not only for yourselves, but also for others, as above, so below. And this is where you're also standing in a sign of trustworthiness when it comes to the 6. And that is what you're truly being seen for at this time. And so what Spirit is reminding you here at this time, especially with the 12, the Hanged Man here in reverse too, is that if you were dealing with a situation where your confidence was being taken, you're stagnant, if you were feeling stagnant because of it, Spirit, and also too, I should say, what I'm getting a lot is if you had been feeling like you were being pulled back to the past or to a past situation, or if you were being influenced or urged to move back mentally or even physically moving too, this is a time where Spirit is saying you are unable to go back to that at this time. That is not meant for you. That road is closed. Instead, if you do choose to go back to that as well, it could put you in a place of financial hardship even too. And so this is a huge cautionary, message for you. This is kind of a situation where what comes to mind is be careful what you wish for. If you were embarking on, if you've been wishing, trying to manifest for something new, a change, but also being stuck in a place of nostalgia, this is where you are basically, the universe is helping you, I guess is how I would put it. You have one road to go. That's forward. That's towards your new beginning. That will bring prosperity. If you look back, if you travel back, despite where you're being pulled to go, if you want to live in that past, this is where financial difficulties will be instead your reward, I guess, in some ways, if you want to put it that way. And so this is a time where really, truly, ask and ye shall receive. Be careful what you wish for. And I know that sounds really negative, but I mean it in the most positive ways. And so does the universe at this time, is what I'm getting, is that really, truly, you can't go back to that. That is not meant for you. What is meant for you is your new beginning. It'll take finding balance. It'll take prioritization. It'll take time management as well as multitasking. But with the Two of Coins, really the biggest message involved with that card is that really you can do this. You can multitask and you can do it well. If you're feeling like you're overburdened, if you're feeling taking on too much responsibility, that you're spreading yourself too thin, just realize that on 123, on 123, we are also going to get some help astrologically speaking. So the moon is going to be moving into Sagittarius. So that already is full of all sorts of fiery energy, which is wonderful. It fills us with the spirit, with the fire for achieving our desires, for going after what we truly want in life. And on top of that, Mars is going to be sextile with Uranus. And so Mars is in Cancer, Uranus is in Taurus. And so that also presents itself as zest for action and tenacity, exceptional energy, enthusiasm, a lively spirit, but more importantly, an urge for freedom and the ability to work hard. So if you had been feeling lackadaisical, if you had been feeling kind of outside the body, this is the time where you will be in the body and have an exorbitant amount of energy here. And basically it's like you are ready to take action and you're ready to work hard, basically. But this is a day really truly to do something extraordinary. And this is where you're standing in the Queen of Pentacles. Whatever you're building, whatever you're getting back into the body about, whatever you are basically encountering, where you are the first to be trying to tackle this. This is where you're coming to the table fully nurturing your goals, your achievements, what you're building. But you're building wealth, and it's through trust. It's through that faith that you're presenting this practicality in and taking those steps, and it will lead towards security. Now, I also want to say as well, to prepare you. So, like I say, this is a day, 1, 2, 3, where it's high energy. It ignites a creative spark within us. Mercury happens to also be in opposition with Mars at this time. Since we're ruled by Mercury, don't be surprised that it'll also affect us a little bit more, being Virgos, Geminis too. So if you have any Gemini placements, keep an eye out for that. But this is basically, it's almost exhaustible energy. So don't be surprised if you're feeling that. Not to be confused with angst, not to be confused with anxiety or anything like that, but instead, this is basically where you are coming to the table in your truth, and it's a time to come forward. It's a time to basically bring resolution to whatever poverty, lack, energies, lack, vibrational aspects that you are being encountered with, confronted with, or even also too overtaken with, but instead bringing that to resolution and embracing the karma that is meant for you, which is truly that new beginning of prosperity and financial gain. Just saying. This is also a time where you'll feel a need to show off your skills. And like I say too, this is a time where you're working, challenging yourself with new opportunities, new ways of educating, new challenges that help you work smarter, but also help you work towards a mastery with your heart and your mind being aligned in the body. I'm just saying, this is like you are fully aligned with spirit. It's just an amazing day in that way. And if that resonates, by all means, and you think of it, come back to this video, comment on your experience with 1, 2, 3 on January 23rd, because truly this is a day where it's a day for extraordinary things to happen, and it's a day to do something extraordinary. And with the Temperance, this is really where you will be achieving your inner balance. You will be feeling, how to put this? It's like when you're doing something that you love, and you kind of fall out of love with it, and then you're falling back in love with it, and then you're falling out of love with it, and then you question yourself, you're lacking the confidence, not sure what's what's in play for you, what's in store for you, if it's really going to pay off. This is the day where truly it's like you just hit a hole in one, that creative spark that just ignites it, where it's like you feel it from your head to your toes in all pieces of your body, in all elements of your vibrational energy, in all elements of your spiritual aspects too, of your spiritual enlightenment and beliefs and faith. And this is meant for you. This is where you are truly in a place of temperance. You are in a place where you have achieved the peace, the calling that is truly meant for you, that you're meant to give to this world, to gift to this world as well. And so if that resonates, by all means, share your thoughts in the comments below, share your story, or just put a heart in the comments below. But by all means, know that we are here on this channel lifting you up and celebrating you for everything that you are meant to bring to this world here. Now, on the 24th, the sun is also going to be sextile with the moon. So sun is in Aquarius, moon is in Saggy at this time. This is a time where you may also feel slightly passive, but most importantly, it's about rational thinking and cooperation as well as balance. You're coming to the table with equal partners, seeing people for every bit their value, and likewise it's being returned in kind where they are valuing you for everything you bring into the table as well. And so this is a time where really not only as above so below, you're balanced with the people, the vibrations, the energies around you, the people you're working with, the people that you support and that support you, but also the head and the heart. This is where, like I say, this week there's a creative spark that gets laser focused on you, and you get laser focused on it. I don't know why I can't talk. But either way, it ignites a new idea. There's new information coming through, basically. And what I see in this as well is that on the 24th, you'll be confronted with something, not in a bad way, not conflict way, but in a way of making a balanced decision towards this. And it incites a new creativity. There's a new creative spark within you that leads to inspiration. And on the 24th, you're making a decision basically that leads to balance and prosperity for you down the road. And if that resonates, like I say, by all means, help support the channel, help get this message out, more importantly, to all the Virgos out there. That way we can lift each other up, because this is a message that truly someone needs to hear at this time, because it is a time for action. If you are feeling a lack of confidence, especially in the beginning of this week, check out the Honey Sea Star store. All the designs are meant to inspire, uplift, and empower you to take action and make your life your greatest masterpiece. Side tangent 2, I have released or posted the new designs for one of the viewers' choices, actually, or viewer suggestions. Shout out to you. I'm just saying love and support for you. But because of you had suggested, God, why am I blanking it right now? Oh my goodness. Illuminated, which I positively loved because it speaks to the unilome, right? The travel of life, the journey of life, and the journey of enlightenment through life. And so check out the design. Let me know what you guys think. If you don't see a power word, or if you don't see your power word in there, put it in the comments below. Let us design it together. That way we can also post it on the Honey Sea Star. Share it for us Virgos. Share it through the Honey Sea Star to lift as many of us up together as we can. Now, I did also want to just pull some additional messages here as we close out this week and close out this reading. But really what Spirit is reminding you during this time is that with the links, you're really embodying this week the Keeper of the Secrets energy. This is about taking time out from the world, especially in the beginning of this week, and being the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. You see other secrets and you keep them sacred. Again, this is where people are valuing you just as much as you're valuing them towards the end of this week. When you're coming to the table together, you're also, dispelling any toxic energies. You're distancing yourself from those that mean you harm or those that want to deceive you, knowing and seeing them for who they are too before you allow them into your energy. But this is about in silence and solitude, you will move and find your strength with the Keeper of Secrets. So, as a side tangent too, on the 25th, when we close out this week, I did just want to prepare you. Not only will you have this creative spark on January 23rd, but on the 25th, Venus is going to be trine with Mars. Venus is in Pisces, and so you've got this dreamer passion about you with Venus really represented right now. And at this time, it could, don't be surprised, especially with that creative spark, especially with the energy that comes through in all the alignments on 123, that you are very sensual and passionate during this time as you close out the week, especially when it comes to that creative spark. You're also coming across as very loving and very frank. You're no longer silencing yourself just to people please others, but instead you're embracing this and leaping through it like the frog does in all the prosperity, leaping towards the prosperity that's truly meant for you. Side tangent too, though, this could also lead to a bit of a spending spree or wanting to really celebrate in ways financially that maybe are not in your best interest. So just be careful, watch your financials as well during this time. But really with the frog, what Spirit wants to remind you is that prosperity doesn't necessarily just involve financials. This is the time to let go of the past and embrace change, because that is your freedom. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day, this new week with joy, because truly abundance and good fortune are waiting for you during this time. This is a point where, like I say, you are coming to the acceptance with this half moon in Scorpio this week that really, truly, if you go back, if you continue to look back and engage in those toxic energies, live in the past, basically, or be stuck and talking quantum physics wise, entangled with those past energies, loss will continue to perpetuate. If you let go, disconnect, cord cut from those toxic energies, establish those healthy boundaries, protect your energy, embrace those new beginnings. What is truly meant for you, what's waiting for you, is your good fortune here at this time. Now, before we go to, I did just want to look at our major arcana for the music therapy and color therapy piece. Really, truly, music and color therapy can be so beneficial, especially if you're feeling a little off in your energies. Ironically, like I say, as a synopsis, this does not surprise me, but this week is all about change, and it's about a creative spark, an ignition, and a tower. So it's rapid change, rapid spiritual growth, but more importantly, it's voluntary change. You're tearing down that toxic aspect. You're tearing down whatever has taken your confidence and made you falter, and you're rising to the challenge. And so with the music therapy, what I really see in here is the C, and then also too a lot of reds. Red really embraces that action within us. It also helps ground us. It reminds us that we are all made of the same humble elements as clay, but we are also malleable. We're also moldable, just like clay. We can create our reality through action, and we can create our change. But really, truly, if you are feeling disconnected, particularly what I see in this is your third eye, if you're feeling like you're just not receiving the messages, or you're just being pulled out of the body and kind of standing in this fog, standing above yourself, this is the time, really, truly, to embrace those colors in your meditation. Colors, don't ask, reds, one color. But also to the C scale, especially with it being a C major, it is so grounding and so healing. To practice those during your meditations, to realign your third eye so that you can be open to receive those messages, be open to receive that creative spark that ignites within us on the 23rd. And so truly, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. If this message resonated, by all means, please like, share, subscribe. Your love and support mean the world. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next reading.